Gratitude for growth. In life, mistakes are often seen as failures, moments to regret or hide away. But what if we shifted our perspective entirely? In the heart of Buddhist wisdom lies the transformative idea that mistakes are not setbacks, but gifts. Each misstep is a form of nourishment for your soul and mind, a powerful teacher guiding your growth. Imagine a monk offering food, not out of pity, but as sustenance. Your mistakes are like that offering, meant to feed your journey toward wisdom and success. By embracing gratitude for your errors, you awaken to a new reality. Mistakes are essential for personal growth. They reveal hidden truths about yourself, your choices, and the world around you. This gratitude dissolves shame and regret, inviting acceptance and curiosity instead. With each mistake, you gather strength, deepen your understanding, and prepare for greater achievements. The key is not to flee from errors, but to welcome them as steps on your path to mastery. Wisdom hidden in errors. Beneath every mistake lies a hidden treasure of wisdom waiting to be uncovered. In Buddhist thought, errors are not marks of failure, but signals that reveal deeper truths about our actions, intentions, and the unfolding of life itself. Imagine walking a path in thick fog. Each misstep may feel like a stumble, but it actually sharpens your awareness, teaching you where the ground is stable and where it is not. Buddhism offers a profound perspective. There are truly no mistakes, only moments to learn and start anew. This may feel counterintuitive in a world obsessed with success and failure, but the Buddhist teachings remind us that every moment is a fresh opportunity to grow. When you embrace the wisdom in your errors, you begin to understand patterns in your thoughts and behaviors that previously went unnoticed. This insight helps you refine your choices and awaken to a clearer, more mindful way of being. In practical terms, seeing wisdom in errors allows you to move beyond guilt or shame, which can trap you in a cycle of regret. Instead, you transform mistakes into wise teachers that guide you toward better decisions and compassionate self-awareness. As one famous Buddhist idea goes, it's not the wrong note you play that matters. It's the note you play afterward. How you respond to your mistakes is what shapes your path. By recognizing the wisdom hidden in every error, you cultivate courage to face challenges and resilience to continue regardless of setbacks. This shift from fear to curiosity, from judgment to understanding, is the first step on the journey to true mastery of self and circumstance. Patience, the long road to mastery. In our fast-paced world, patience can feel like a rare and precious virtue. Yet, according to Buddhist wisdom, patience is essential. It's the steady river that carves through mountains over time. Mastery, whether in personal growth, skill, or wisdom, does not come overnight. It is a gradual unfolding, born of persistent effort and calm endurance. Think of a bonsai tree, carefully cultivated over years. Each trimming, each nurturing takes time to reveal its beauty. Similarly, your journey toward success and enlightenment requires patience to accept the slow, sometimes unseen progress beneath the surface. Mistakes, rather than being abrupt failures, are part of this ongoing process, a natural rhythm of growth. Without patience, the mind often reacts impulsively to setbacks, breeding frustration and despair. But when you cultivate patience, you begin to allow each experience, positive or negative, to settle and reveal its true lesson. The path of patience is not passive resignation, but active perseverance paired with mindful acceptance. This virtue teaches us to embrace the present moment as it is, without rushing toward an imagined finish line. In doing so, patience becomes the foundation for resilience, nurturing a spirit that doesn't crumble under pressure, but bends and grows stronger with every trial. Acceptance fuels transformation. Acceptance is often misunderstood as surrender or giving up. But in Buddhist teachings, acceptance is a powerful and active process that fuels true transformation. It means embracing reality exactly as it is, your mistakes, fears, and imperfections, without denial or resistance. This radical honesty creates the space needed for genuine growth. By accepting your errors with compassion and kindness, you stop battling yourself. This halting of inner conflict frees up immense energy previously wasted on regret or self-criticism. Acceptance allows you to see clearly what needs to change and, more importantly, what already serves your progress. Think of the lotus flower rising from muddy waters. It doesn't reject the mud. It uses it to anchor itself and grow toward the light. Similarly, when you accept your imperfections and learn from them, transformation naturally arises. Without acceptance, attempts to improve become battles against yourself, a strenuous and often futile effort. In practicing acceptance, you develop resilience. You stop fearing mistakes and instead see them as integral threads woven into the fabric of your development. This mindset is the cornerstone of mindful living, where each moment, including setbacks, is welcomed without judgment and used as a turning point toward positive change. The art of mindful reflection. Mindful reflection is the gentle practice that ties all the lessons of growth, patience, acceptance, and wisdom together. It is not merely looking back at mistakes with regret, but observing them with a calm and curious mind. In Buddhism, this reflective awareness is called vipassana, the insight that reveals reality clearly, embracing the ebb and flow of life's experiences without attachment. When you engage in mindful reflection, you create a sacred space between action and reaction. This pause grants you the power to choose your next steps wisely, rather than being driven by impulsive judgment or fear. Imagine a still lake. When undisturbed, it reflects everything around it vividly and truthfully. Your mind works the same way during mindful reflection, mirroring your inner landscape and revealing patterns to learn from. This practice encourages you to observe your mistakes as transient events rather than fixed failures. Over time, mindful reflection nurtures self-compassion and deeper understanding, enabling you to transform setbacks into profound moments of insight and growth. It's through this continuous, patient observation that the mind grows stronger, clearer, and more peaceful. By cultivating mindful reflection, you develop the inner wisdom necessary to meet life's challenges with equanimity. You become less entangled in stories of failure and more connected to the unfolding journey of learning and becoming. This art is a lifelong companion on the path toward mastery, turning setbacks into stepping stones. Failures and setbacks often feel like walls blocking our progress. Yet, Buddhist wisdom invites us to see these moments not as obstacles, but as essential stepping stones on the path to success. Imagine a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble. Each chip, no matter how seemingly damaging, is necessary to reveal the masterpiece within. Similarly, every setback carves away our illusions, sharpens our awareness, and brings us closer to fulfilling our true potential. In daily life, setbacks are inevitable, whether at work, in relationships, or in personal pursuits. Rather than resisting or fearing them, you can choose to embrace these moments with curiosity. Ask yourself, what is this experience teaching me? This reframing transforms discouragement into opportunity. The disappointment of a failed project becomes a wellspring of practical lessons, guiding your future efforts with greater insight. This approach requires a mindset shift, from perceiving setbacks as dead into viewing them as formative experiences that cultivate deeper understanding and greater resilience. Across time, the repeated willingness to stand up after falling builds a strong foundation, one that supports not just success, but enduring fulfillment. Cultivating compassion through imperfection. Buddhism teaches that imperfection is universal. No one escapes the challenges and faults inherent in the human condition. Embracing this truth opens the door to compassion, both for ourselves and for others. When you accept your own mistakes with kindness rather than harsh judgment, you nurture a gentle inner voice that calms fear and guilt. This compassion is not weakness, but a profound source of strength. It softens the inner critic and replaces self-condemnation with understanding and encouragement. In practice, compassion helps us forgive ourselves for errors and motivates us to keep trying without shame. Moreover, this same compassionate attitude naturally extends outward, enabling you to meet others' imperfections with empathy. When we recognize that everyone struggles and makes mistakes, it fosters deeper connection and patience in interpersonal relationships, replacing conflict with collaboration and support. Cultivating compassion through imperfection is a revolutionary act of self-love and social healing. It transforms failure from a source of division into a bridge that unites us all under our shared humanity. The strength of resilience in quiet moments. Resilience is often imagined as loud or dramatic, heroic moments of overcoming adversity. Yet, Buddha's teachings emphasize the quiet, steady strength cultivated in patience and presence. True resilience grows in the small, silent moments when you allow yourself to feel pain, acknowledge disappointment, and remain grounded. Picture a tranquil forest after a storm. Though trees may bend and shake, their roots hold firm beneath the surface. Likewise, your inner resilience is strengthened during moments of stillness, reflection, and mindful breathing. In these quiet times, you recharge your capacity to face future challenges with calm composure. Drawing on Buddhist practices such as meditation, you build this resilience not by fighting or denying difficulty, but by welcoming experience without resistance. This allows emotional energy to flow and dissipate, preventing it from accumulating into stress or despair. By consistently turning inward and cultivating mindful presence, you develop a deep well of resilience that empowers you to navigate life's unpredictable waves with grace and clarity. Learning to let go, non-attachment, and freedom. One of the deepest teachings of Buddhism is non-attachment, the practice of releasing clinging to outcomes, possessions, identities, and even our concept of success. This doesn't mean indifference or passivity. Rather, it means freeing yourself from the suffering caused by craving and fixation. When you cling tightly to ideals of perfection or rigid expectations, mistakes can feel catastrophic, shaking your sense of self and worth. But practicing non-attachment lightens this burden. It allows you to experience life fully without being trapped by the fear of failure or loss. In learning to let go, you create space for flexibility and openness. This freedom enables creativity and adaptability, two qualities crucial for growth and innovation. It helps you recover swiftly from setbacks and move forward with a fresh perspective. The paradox of non-attachment is that by releasing the need to control every outcome, you invite true empowerment. You align yourself with the natural flow of life, embracing change as inevitable and even welcome. In this surrender, freedom and strength are born. Mindfulness as the bridge to change. Mindfulness is the powerful bridge that connects Buddhist philosophy to everyday transformation. It is the practice of present moment awareness, observing your thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment. This simple yet profound habit brings clarity to how mistakes happen and how to respond skillfully. Through mindfulness, you cultivate the ability to pause before reacting, giving yourself the choice to respond with wisdom instead of impulse. This moment of awareness interrupts automatic patterns that often lead to repeated mistakes. It creates a conscious space to shift your perspective and adopt new, healthier habits. For example, instead of spiraling into self-criticism after an error, mindfulness helps you acknowledge the feeling, identify what triggered it, and intentionally choose your next action. Over time, this practice rewires your brain for resilience, patience, and compassion. Mindfulness also strengthens your connection to the present moment, reducing anxiety about the future or regret about the past. This groundedness enhances your capacity to accept yourself fully, mistakes included, and continue growing with confidence and calm. With these deepened Buddhist insights applied to everyday life, You are equipped to shift your relationship with failure profoundly. Embrace your journey. Embrace yourself. Every step you have taken, every mistake you have faced, has brought you to this very moment. A moment filled with infinite potential for growth and transformation. Embracing your journey means accepting yourself fully, your triumphs, your stumbles, and all the imperfections woven between. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that true courage is not in the absence of error, but in the willingness to continue moving forward despite it. By embracing yourself, flaws and all, you open your heart to compassion, patience, and resilience. This acceptance is not passive resignation, but an active, powerful choice to honor your unfolding story. Imagine your life as a river, winding and flowing, sometimes calm, sometimes wild, but always moving forward. Trying to control this river is exhausting and futile, but by embracing its natural flow, you find freedom and joy in the journey itself. This embrace fuels an inner strength that no external circumstance can shake. You become your own source of light and peace. With every breath, you cultivate this acceptance, planting seeds that will blossom into wisdom and courage, lighting the path from error to enlightenment. Your mistakes are not the end of your story. They're the sparks that illuminate the path toward enlightenment. Each error uncovers new layers of understanding about who you are and what truly matters. In Buddhist teachings, enlightenment is a process, a gradual awakening achieved through persistent mindfulness and compassionate self-awareness. When you view mistakes as guiding lights rather than shadows to hide from, your journey becomes one of discovery and growth. Like a lantern shining through the night, your challenges reveal the way forward, illuminating terrain that was once unknown or feared. This perspective transforms fear into curiosity and confusion into wisdom. Remember, the Buddha himself was not born enlightened. His path was forged through countless experiences of trial, reflection, and perseverance. Your missteps are part of this sacred tradition of awakening, the stepping stones that lead toward your highest self, crafting your legacy through courage. True legacy is not built in moments of ease, but through courage in the face of struggle. By embracing your imperfections and persisting despite setbacks, you craft a life story worth honoring. Courage arises when you choose to keep walking your path, even when the outcome is uncertain or the road feels steep. Buddhist philosophy teaches that real courage is intertwined with vulnerability and honesty. It takes bravery to acknowledge your mistakes openly, to forgive yourself, and to keep trying. This courage is transformative. It breaks the chains of self-doubt and opens you to boundless potential. Your legacy is shaped not by a flawless past, but by the resilience you demonstrate today. When you meet your errors with bravery and compassion, you inspire others to do the same. In this way, your personal growth becomes a beacon of hope and strength for those around you. The power of forgiveness and forward motion. Forgiveness is a profound force that liberates the heart and clears the path forward. Within Buddhist practice, forgiveness, both of oneself and others, is a necessary step to release the weight of past mistakes and to foster genuine healing. Holding on to resentment or self-blame only binds you to pain and stagnation. Instead, forgiveness allows you to let go and reclaim your energy for positive transformation. It does not deny responsibility or erase lessons learned, but gently frees you from the burden of carrying past hurts. This power of forgiveness accelerates personal growth by enabling you to move forward unencumbered by regret or bitterness. It fuels the momentum needed to keep evolving with grace and resilience, anchoring you firmly in the present moment. Join the movement of mindful growth. Now is your moment to step fully into the path of mindful growth. Join a community of seekers dedicated to embracing life's imperfections with courage, wisdom, and compassion. Together, we cultivate resilience through shared stories, support, and the daily practice of mindful living. Commit to this journey, not because it promises perfection, but because it offers transformation. Embrace meditation, reflection, and compassionate action as tools to navigate life's inevitable ups and downs. Each step taken with mindfulness brings you closer to your true self and to a life filled with meaning and peace. By subscribing, engaging, and sharing this message, you become part of a greater movement, one that honors the lessons of failure and celebrates the power of perseverance. Your journey adds light to this shared path, helping more people awaken to their potential. Embrace your path with open arms. Your journey is uniquely yours, imperfect, beautiful, and unfolding with every breath. Embrace your mistakes, for they are the brushstrokes that paint the masterpiece of your life. Approach each day with curiosity, patience, and kindness toward yourself. Start right now, practicing mindful reflection, cultivating compassion, and letting go of fear. Commit to turning setbacks into stepping stones and to walking your path with courage and grace. If this message resonates with you, please like, comment, and subscribe to continue receiving inspiration rooted in timeless wisdom. Share this video with those who need encouragement to see their struggles as sacred parts of growth. Together, we will illuminate the path from error to enlightenment, one mindful step at a time.